again, the way he says things like, "Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction, and this time we're checking out some Millions. I'm catching up on tracks that I wasn't able to get to as early as I would like, and I see that this one is at almost 1 million views. Shout outs to Millions for the way that he's been marketing this one. The whole challenge idea, really good. I'm pretty sure that's probably contributing a little bit to the success of this track, and I know that this is the one that was teased at the end of Badness, and if I remember how I reacted to that, the preview, I know that this one is going to be mod. But listen, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. This visual. I've been making sure to stay away from listening to people's challenges because I didn't want to hear the beat too much. I like this direction for Millions. I don't know if it's like xylophones. There's something in there that I'm pretty sure it's xylophones, but whatever is that instrument that has the little, it's kind of like, I don't want to say a ringing sound, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That is an incredible touch on this one. Even when my girlfriend dumps me, on my side things so low. Drinking over tea. I laugh every time that my arms go broke. What am I feeling? How many times? How many times? How many times you're just mine? How many times my friends I'm like? How many times? How many times? How many times did I slide in guys and I'm too famous to go outside? How many times? How many times have I been on Belfast, want to investigate further? And my cell got a legal visit from Thames Valley Feds by Oxford murder. See, what I like about this is that obviously we have Ash from Lotto Boys, right? He's talking about, you know, the love aspect, the kind of things that you would probably expect from him and Lotto Boys in general. Then you have Millions coming through with things that you would expect from him, things that you would expect from Drill maybe in general a little bit. And I like the fact that they're putting these things next to each other and having a beat that complements both of them really well. How many times have I been on Belfast, want to investigate further? And my cell got a legal visit from Thames Valley Feds by Oxford murder. This cat won't sell me the phone, can get more dough if you goes cash converter. Girl, if you broke, I can cash convert ya. And the beat has, I can already tell I'm gonna really like this beat. I believe TSB produced this. I could be wrong, but I think I caught his tag in the beginning. So if I'm right, it makes sense because it has that kind of dynamic aspect to it where it isn't just a static loop over and over again. It has small moments where the drums are skipping a little bit. I can tell why this one is getting so much traction with the challenge. I want to investigate further. And my cell got a legal visit from Thames Valley Feds by Oxford murder. This cat won't sell me the phone, can get more dough if you goes cash converter. Girl, if you broke, I can cash convert ya. Do you pretty little misto worker? Some man for just settle, talking about meckle. Now it, you niggas ain't active. When I had no bed sheets, jump on my head, I can't make my skin touch this blue mattress. And something I like about Millions too, he's very, very intelligent. He's very intentional with the way that he approaches his music and his visuals and everything. And I just like how the small things, like how he's saying, you know, I'm laying down on the bed or whatever, and he actually lays down in the visual. Those are small things that may not make a difference to most people, but you know, I'm paying attention to it because, you know, I'm trying to take this in from different angles. Convert ya, do you pretty little misto worker? Some man for just settle, talking about meckle. Now it, you niggas ain't active. When I had no bed sheets, jump on my head, I can't make my skin touch this blue mattress. Mama got taught out to whip, I just practice until I was match fit. Something long on my hip, I'm gone with the win. If the boys try to hold, I'm captive. Hate me, too much money. Even when my girlfriend dumps me, on my side things so low. Drinking over tea. Oh, I get it. He's wanted, so he's kind of okay. Duh. I get it now. Something I had to point out, I was probably going to say it towards the end, but I'll say it now. One of the things about Millions' flow, and one of the reasons why it took a while for it to grow on me, is that sometimes the way that he delivers what he's saying is kind of hard to actually take in what he's saying, because it's like I'm trying to take in the flow, but I'm also trying to catch the actual words. So that could be a little bit troublesome. So if I miss anything, you know, it is what it is. This is also a Sunday series video, so I'm not going to be editing as much. So if I miss any bars or whatever, you know, either I heard, I just deflect saying it, or whatever. So let me know your favorite bars in the comment section down below. And that's for, again, what I like about Millions. Like, something that I appreciate about him and T-Way in particular is the way that they tell their stories. They're not always very punchline heavy,
but the way that they tell you these things that you can tell are so distinct to their life experiences, it just adds a different layer to it. You can tell he said that with his chest. Like, he really meant that. Like, he was really out here looking out for people who didn't care about him when it was his turn to receive. So I like things like that.
I sent my money, but when I was locked, man didn't get a penny. How many times have my bro had a madness and phone me to come? I was already ready. How many times did I turn on the telly, see something get tape, bro showed me already. How many times was it? How many times? But I did it again, cause fuck it, I'm quiffy. All them commentators are brass.
Wow, hold on. This one's 0 to 1,000, yo. Whoa. This one is 0 to 1,000.
Ready. How many times did I turn on the telly, see something get tape, bro showed me already. How many times was it? How many times? But I did it again, cause fuck it, I'm quiffy. All them commentators are brass. All our ain't a rich man hating.
And again, right, he's talking about, no, he's already quiffy or whatever, and then obviously they're doing what they're doing in the visual. Like, he's so smart, yo.
How many times did I turn on the telly, see something get tape, bro showed me already. How many times was it? How many times? But I did it again, cause fuck it, I'm quiffy. All them commentators are brass. All our ain't a rich man hating. Everywhere they go, they see millions face. I know they get pissed when they...
Again, the way he says things, like the people commenting, you know, I didn't really catch exactly what it was he said. So if y'all know exactly what it was he said, let me know in the comment section. But that's just the reality, right? The people who are already at a certain level, they don't have that much to say, because like, why bother? You feel me? So, you know, it's something that y'all can live by. Brass, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm taking it back. So it's like you said, I think brass means poor, right? So brass, like, compared to like other metals that are obviously more valuable. If that's what it means, then cool. I know Unknown T, he had a similar bar in Hummer and B, right? But point being is that exactly, like, the people who don't have are always going to be the ones with the most to say. Like, I think if you hear them say something along the lines of like, no, a rich person never, pretty much saying that they never comment on somebody who's doing worse than them or something along those lines. But hey,
I turn on the telly, see something get tape, bro showed me already. How many times was it? How many times? But I did it again, cause fuck it, I'm quiffy. All them commentators are brass. All our ain't a rich man hating. Everywhere they go, they see millions face. I know they get pissed when they get off from plays and shit. Spent like 20 last week, I need to fix up and do some saving. No, fuck that man ain't saving, need to top drops and boom some house. I hate me, too much money. Even when my girlfriend dumps me, I'm a side thing so low. Bad being pain.
Yo, I hope Lotto Boys are able to make some more music soon, because I love their music, yo. I just love their music. What I like about this is that I didn't even realize it until like I'm listening to the beat and everything else going on, but the way that M1llionz delivers, like with his flow and everything, his voice almost sounds like he's singing in a way. So having these kind of more melodic drill sounds, it actually makes sense, and it adds another layer to the track and makes it a lot more replayable, because you can listen to it for like the real talk, you can listen to it for like the drill aspects, you can listen to it for like the musicality of it. There's so many different reasons why you could listen to this song, so I just have to give it the acknowledgement for that. But let me see if I can do something about this quality, because the quality looks like it's getting a little bit off. There we go. I just take this back a little bit so we can take it in with the full quality.
All them commentators are
there we go.
All our ain't a rich man hating. Everywhere they go, they see millions face. I know they get pissed when they get off from plays and shit. Spent like 20 last week, I need to fix up and do some saving. No, fuck that man ain't saving, need to top drops and boom some house. I hate me, too much money. Even when my girlfriend dumps me, I'm a side thing so low. Bad being pink, drinking over thing. I laugh every time that my arms go broke. Wonder I feel it. How many times? How many times? How many times? You're just mine. How many times my friends have lied? How many times? How many times? How many times did I slide in guys and I'm too famous? How many times?
This whole concept is so dope.
Even when my girlfriend dumps me, I'm a side thing she love me. Bad being pink, drinking over ting. I laugh every time that my arms go broke. Wonder I'm feeling. How many times?
So the feds got the drop, it missed them.
How many times? You're just mine. How many times did my friends have died? How many times? How many times? How many times did I slide in guys?
This one is so good, like with how simple the story is the fact that they have a story. Like, I really like that, and that's something that we don't really, I don't think that artists aim to do enough in their videos. Why does it look like New York? Is that New York? I know he was out here for a while.
Yo, I don't know what it is, but this one's different. I can't lie, she just does certain to me.
Alright, that looked like New York a little bit. Let me see. It looks like the driver's on the right hand side. And that graffiti looks very New York in the background. I know he was out here. Even like the freaking crosswalk. Yeah, that's New York. That's why he was out. Well, let's see. So in this channel we hold the vowels. That means we're gonna get straight into it, and I'm giving this one a 9. I really think I probably would have been a lot more gassed by this one had I not heard the preview and badness, but nonetheless hearing the whole song was so good. Like, it really didn't disappoint me at all. Running through everything from the top, the flows, like I said earlier, something about M1llionz's flow on this one, it actually did him a disservice because there were some moments where I really couldn't take in fully what he was saying. So I would really like to hear M1llionz in the future play around with this flow and do some different things with the cadences and everything. But as always, he does have such a unique sound. There really isn't anybody else who's doing this kind of flow, and if you hear it, you know what I mean, like, it's gonna sound like M1llionz. You're gonna know that it was either influenced or that you heard it from M1llionz first. And then the beat here, this was so good. I really think that these kinds of beats are gonna be the future of drill, or at least an aspect of the future of it. It had that melodic aspect, it had the kind of Afro swing aspect to it, which made Ash flow on it so well, but it also had what you like from drill to match the content to a degree. It just had so many different things going on. I just really like this beat a lot, and that's really what adds so much replay value for me. And then lyrically, as always, M1llionz is giving you those stories, he's giving you the drill aspects, but then also having Ash to balance it out and give you the more, I don't want to necessarily say softer, but away from the drill component of it, just to have that balance. That's why I really feel like this is going to be the future of this sound, because it allows for so many more people to take it in. Like, I could comfortably send this to somebody who may not necessarily be as familiar with drill or with M1llionz in general, or even Lotto boys, and I could play this, right, and be like, hey, check this out. And I could trust that something about it will gravitate towards them, whether it be the beat, the harmonies, the flows, the melodies, or whatever. I know something is gonna hook them in. And then with M1llionz, the way that he tells his stories, I think that's one of the reasons why he's one of my personal favorite lyricists right now, because you can tell that he's gonna have a lot of longevity in this game. We can't necessarily say that about a lot of other drill artists, or artists who make drill music rather, because I don't want to put him into that box. But we can't necessarily say that about other artists. M1llionz, on the other hand, he's giving you these narratives in ways that aren't necessarily overtly violent or unnecessarily violent or anything, but you could tell that they're things that he really dealt with, or that he really felt, or at the very least are things that he's seen to be able to replicate the narrative at the absolute least. Like that moment when he was saying how many times did he hold other people down when they were in jail, but then when it was his turn to get held down, nobody was there. How many times did they call him up and he was already, on the go, he was with it. So that's the things I like to hear, because it gives me another layer to the artist, and it gives me something else to really take in. Like, truth be told, there really wasn't that much like overtly drill components to this. Now granted, M1llionz doesn't really market himself as that kind of drill artist. He has songs a little bit more, rough around the edges compared to others. This one is a lot more, I don't want to necessarily say polished, but it's definitely more a little bit closer towards the mainstream kind of industry sound, but I'm saying that very loosely. But this one, you could tell it's like, I'm gonna let y'all know where I came from, I'm gonna let you know what I've experienced, but I'm also gonna start making my music a lot more palatable to more people. And that's one of the main reasons why I think that M1llionz is one of the smartest artists out of the UK right now. Between what he was doing with the whole initiative, flying people out, doing all these videos in other places in the world, Africa, Jamaica. I'm assuming that last bit in the preview was New York, because it looks very New York, and I'm from New York, so I think I know my city. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but things like that are what make M1llionz such an intelligent artist. You can tell that his brain is just on a whole other level. He's thinking about this music from a different angle and all of that. And all of those things put together would give this one replay value. I do think that it was missing a little bit to really make me hype, but I also think that part of it is because I heard the preview. If I didn't hear the preview, I probably would have felt way stronger about it, hearing this for the very first time. And also the fact that I've heard very, 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 very small snippets of people's freestyles too. Like every time I'm listening to something, I catch like the inkling of the beat in the beginning, I know to pause it, but obviously I picked up on it here and there, so I know what the beats sound like already coming into this on top of the preview. But nonetheless, this is a very good song, and I want to know what y'all think, so let me know in the comment section down below who are some artists you want to hear M1llionz collab with. And I know I ask that question all the time, but I really want to hear what y'all got to say. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.